So my nickname was PT1. I wouldn't be the pro that I am if it wasn't for her.
Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Williams Fitness back again with another video, and we've got Antwane Hamlett on, aka High Top Hamlett, aka the Fresh Prince of Classic Physique.
I'll take that. I appreciate that. Love right there.
So, what I normally do is I normally try and find out a little bit of background with everybody I interview with regards to like bodybuilding and how you transition from, say, high school, college, maybe what sports sort of led you and directed you into the world of bodybuilding. So what was that like for you?
Oh man, so elementary school, grade 5. It's actually funny you asked me. It's grade 5. I had this thing where your nipples grow really quick. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, I was going through puberty.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So you know, I guess I need a freaking training bra in grade 5. It was horrible, man. So I even went to the doctors. My mom took me to the doctors because she's like, "This is weird," and he's like, "No, you're just going through puberty. Your testosterone level is really high." He started breaking it down. But he's like, "Don't worry. When you're older, you're gonna be happy." I'm like, "All right, sure, I guess." Yeah. So I went to a track meet. Long story short, I went to a track meet, and all the guys, you know, when you're in freaking grade 5 to grade 8, you're just sticking bones, right? So all the guys take their shirt off because it's summertime. Everyone's taking their shirt off. I kept my shirt on for obvious reasons. No one knew but me. Then, you know, you have the girls that you used to like, and it's just one big frenzy. Everyone from all the schools or whatever. So everyone's like, "Antwane, take your shirt off, take your shirt off." And I'm like, no, take your shirt off. Then the girls are coming up, grabbing me, guys. So finally I took my shirt off. It was like a moment of silence. I remember it like no tomorrow. It was a moment of silence, and everyone dropped dead laughing. And I'm just sitting there like,
oh.
One of the guys, I won't say his name, but I remember it, hit me in the head with the baton because he was laughing so hard. I don't know why black people, we over-exaggerate things sometimes, but yeah, he hit me in the head with the baton, and they're all laughing at me. Then some of the guys would pinch my nipples, and then from there on, it was a nightmare for me from elementary all the way to high school. So my nickname was Titty-Twan. I can laugh about it now, but I can tell you back in the day,
no.
Man,
put that out there.
Huh?
You just put that back out there.
Hey, man, you know what? Because if it wasn't for that, I literally would not be a bodybuilder today. Like like jokes aside, I wouldn't because yeah, so that's what motivated me. Fast forward high school, they carried me on to high school. So grade 9, freshman year, basketball tryouts. You ready? I don't know how you guys did it, but for me, it was shirts versus skins.
Okay, yeah.
You already know where this story's going. So you have all the guys that are like, "Yo, guys, wait till you see this. Yo, coach, make him take his shirt off. Make him take his shirt off. You have to take his shirt off." And I'm sitting here, grade 9, first year of school, ball tryouts. Horrible. So coach looks, he's like, "What the freak?" He's like, "One, skins." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Everyone's like, wait for it. Watch this. I took my shirt off. Everyone, same thing again, like the track meet. "Oh my gosh, this is got titties." He's saying all crazy. Sorry, but yeah, it got bad. Then when I knew it was serious is when I looked at the coach. I turned my head and I looked at the coach, and he was trying not to laugh. That's in my head. I'm like, okay, this is not a good thing. Like, the coach is trying not to laugh. Everyone's already dying. So yeah, fast forward again. In order for me to make the team in grade 11, I'm fast forwarding. Grade 11, my coach said you have to do push-ups on every single commercial. Everyone watch TV when you're in high school. There's nothing else to do. My parents were strict, so I couldn't go nowhere. They're like, "What are you doing? You ain't making money. What are you leaving the house for?" So literally I was stuck in the house. At that time there was this thing. I don't know if you guys had it, but it was a direct TV. So you get the little card, and it was bootleg. So
yeah.
Satellite. Okay, you guys had that too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you tap your card, you go buy another one. Yeah. So that's what we had. So ball was life, bro. I watched basketball. When one team was done, I go to the next. So I kid you not, I did that. I did push-ups every commercial. When you couldn't do push-ups, I had to do abs. And the coach was like, "If you do this next year, you'll make the team. That's our personal agreement. So I'm like, fine. I did it. And in my head, I'm like, how is he going to know if I do it? You know, when you're in high school, you're young, you're not thinking right. You're like, okay, well, I'll do a little bit. No, me, because I didn't have a father growing up. So because another male gave me some kind of insight on how to better myself, I did it. Came back the next school, bro. I had like, and keep in mind at the time, I don't know if you guys did the long tees. So I used to wear 3 t-shirts. Long tees. So basically the t-shirts came down to your knees. That's what they call them, long tees. It was a, I don't know. I'll find a picture and send it to you like later on through Instagram or whatever. But yeah, I wore 3 of them to try to hide my chest. Fast forward, I did it, made the team next year. My chest was literally huge. I had chest and triceps. That's all I had. Chest and triceps and some abs. So that's all I did. No bicep, no back, no legs. Just chest and tries. So I made the team because my coach saw that I did it. Then my teacher, my gym teacher, told me I need to start doing back workouts because obviously if you do nothing but chest, you start getting around it, so your back starts to pronate, your posture's bad. So I had that. That's how drastic it was. So then I started doing I started doing my back workouts. I did bent over rows, and I just looked at bodybuilding stuff. And at that time, everyone just went crazy. They put heavy weight and they went. That's what you do in high school. You put weights on, you go. I did that. So I started to develop a little bit of back, and then it just, over the years, it carried on. Then I got into calisthenics. My grandfather was in the military, so every time I went to go visit him in the States, he would make me do push-ups, chin-ups, ab workouts. That was like my homework before we left to go and enjoy the day. I had to work out before I left.
No way.
So like it was kind of already embedded in me. And then we say college.
Do you think that was more of a, rather than a fitness thing, do you think that was more of a, to help you with like?
It was.
Focusing on something as well.
No, yeah, for sure. It really was. And then also at the time, I grew up very stereotypical in a Black home. You know, single parent mother, growing up on welfare, living in subsidized housing, the whole 9, drugs, all that, domestic violence. I grew up in that stuff. So I started to learn how to tailor my anger and like my frustration growing up into working out. So that also, I was addicted to it from when I was from grade 5 all the way up. So high school, let's get grade 12. Didn't do basketball. I got into boxing. And I found that boxing, when I started taking boxing, that's what really, it taught me discipline.
Yeah.
Because I sucked at it at first, but I kept going. So because of that, I went every day because you have to. And then you have normally they put you in different categories. So like beginners, and then those are the groups you work with. So if no one would miss because you wouldn't want to fall behind, because when you spar the person, you didn't want to get beat up by them. Or you didn't want them having the upper edge. So it was very, very, very competitive. And so I think that's where I got my discipline. So like with bodybuilding, it's all or nothing. So yeah, that's basically, I think I summed it up pretty much. Yeah, I was made fun of. And then that got me started. I started to develop a form. So PT1, basically that person got me where I am today. And actually, my chest is probably one of my best features now because of that, because I was just so traumatized on not having a man chest and more of a, the other kind of chest. So
Yeah.
That's basically it if I could sum it up.
So obviously moving on from that then, PT1, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you got a laugh in a situation like this. Beautiful.
Honestly, this is golden. This is absolutely golden.
Good.
One thing I want to touch on, obviously, first at the Vancouver Pro, second at the Toronto. From that to the Olympia, obviously there was a big jump in placements. And what the point I'm trying to make is, I think a lot of fans don't realize sometimes the scale of levels within the sport. So with regards to that, obviously, Toronto, Vancouver, big shows, very big shows. But when you compare that to, say, the prestige of the Olympia, which is pretty much the global show, I've noticed a few times I've seen people go from, winning local shows or big, country shows. Yep. When they get on the Olympia stage, they sort of get ridiculed almost because they're not placing as high as they did at the local show. I just want to get your perspective on that, because the way I see it is, obviously you're the best at the Vancouver. You were pretty much the best at, Toronto. What's your take on it when people do start? Like, I mean, I presume you get it in comments sometimes. Like obviously, given your placing from the Olympia and the previous shows. Yeah. What's your perspective on that?
It's really simple, man. It's levels to this game. To be honest, like it's literally that. It's levels. Like prime example, like this year, if I was planning on competing, I actually wanted to do more state shows because I find, for one, Canadian, the hype isn't as big.
Yeah.
Unless you are a big name going into a show like that. I don't want to throw the. I'll just use it for an example. So Rough Diesel, he did Niagara.
Yeah.
If he does Niagara, Toronto, Vancouver, like there's no conversation. I actually, my pro debut, he did Toronto, and I was able to graze the stage with him. I seen the guy, and I'm like, yeah, give him his trophy. Go to Olympia, bro.
I'm just waiting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just let me build what I gotta build here, and you just go stay over there. Go.
I just realized I've got his hat on.
Man, and then no, but again, it just goes back to my original point. Like, it's levels to the game. You know what I mean? And like, I've only been a pro. Here, I'll give you some juice. I've only been a pro for since 2017 till now. So that's only 3 years. It's 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
Yeah.
I switched from natural. So I started natural. When I started competing, I was natural 2012 till 2016 when I did my nationals, and then qualified. So that whole time,
you qualified naturally.
No. That's
okay. Up to that point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, man, I mean, even then, like, because my goal was never to become pro. I just wanted to win a national title, because when I did my first natural national show, I don't remember where it was, Winnipeg or something like that, I got my butt whooped. So I was like, you know what? Man, pro card never came out of my mouth. I want to win a national title, because that's where I got destroyed. Because, yeah, like I won a lot of my shows, but again, because it's a small stage, Canadian crowd, fan base, no one's going to know who the hell I am. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of wish I made the switch a little sooner.
Yeah.
Honestly, and the only reason why I say that, because I had the discipline, I had the foundation. My wife and I basically coached myself up to the point where I got my pro card. So when I was natural, it was just my wife and I doing it, because we both went to school. I'm CSEP certified, so in Canada, that's like the second or third highest certificate. So we know our stuff. Like we know our anatomy, we know it. It's now just executing it, right?
It's a long game as well, isn't it?
But at the same time, like you already know this, bodybuilding it's about lifestyle, man. It really has nothing to do with the shows. It's like, how are you outside from the show? Because that's what's going to determine how you're going to look show day. Right. So I already had the discipline, but I just made the switch a little too late. But at the same time, I made the switch when I was 30. So I think that's also a good healthy start, you know. So
with regards to that, obviously things like you say, the lifestyle and stuff. Obviously you're you go to church and stuff. You're married. How do those sort of things sort of transition to your day to day? So obviously, like you say, your wife helps with your prepping, coaching, things like that. But how does, for example, because I've never really asked this question before, and I think it needs asking. How does religion help you with regards to bodybuilding and being you?
Yes. Oh, good question. I find it's everything. I think that's the reason why I had one of the best bodybuilding careers of my life last year. It really helps you to keep you grounded.
Yeah.
It really helps you to remain humble and constantly focus on the things that are actually important in life. And what I mean by that is, like, I suck at social media. I mean, the consistency, I suck. You see me, even us talking, like I'll speak to you and then you respond. And it's just so, and that's something I need to work on, which I am. Like, my wife is on me. She's like, you don't understand who you are, and people actually listen to you. Stay like consistent. Okay, I'm working on that. Long story short, but when I do post, I'm not posting things in vain.
Yeah.
If I post a workout video or a flex or something like that, it's actually a bodybuilding pose. I have clothes on. Do you know what I mean? Or like if I'm in my underwears or posing trunks, I'm not going to position myself in a certain way where I'm looking thirsty. Like I'm in this, it keeps you grounded because you stay professional.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that, and that's the whole point. Not just that, you remain humble, and it also allows you to be more impactful because everything you do has a purpose because it's more than just you.
So basically, add value and quality to the content you're providing, rather than just be like, oh, look at my new car, look at this, look at that.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. You're yourself. Like it actually forces you to be yourself because it's like I've had a lot of like even at the Toronto Pro Show and even Vancouver Pro, when I meet people, they're like, wow, you're the same on social media as you are in person. Actually, you're nicer in person. You're more down to earth. Like I talk to so many pros and they're not like you. And I find that's exactly why my faith, it helps me because it opens my eye. Because in our religion, we're supposed to encourage people. We're supposed to be positive, wear your heart on your sleeve, be there for someone else. So it's no different in bodybuilding because when you're doing something that a lot of people can't do, so they're automatically looking up to you in a natural way. But now you can actually give them a part of you to carry on in their everyday life. That's everything. That's everything. Do you know what I mean? And I find that's most bodybuilders.
That's quite poetic as well. That was.
So I find
caption now.
yeah. So I really find that like my faith really helps me to stay grounded in order for me to stay focused and understand who I am and what's expected of me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So with regards to that then, and like your day-to-day and your social media and stuff, what are your plans with regards to like the content that you're trying to put out going forward? Are you transitioning into something like YouTube? Are you already on YouTube or?
Yes. So to go back to that, it's just consistency. So yeah, I want to start getting on YouTube and putting my workouts more, basically putting myself more out there because for so many years I kind of shelter myself. Even my coach got at me for that. You know, not like put yourself out there, put yourself out there, post more, let people see you, or like even Sylvia sometimes, but it's like, I do it for me. And then what I have gained and lost, that's what I show people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I do want to go on. I need to do everything. I have to.
What I found when I watch you on social media, I think you've got what a lot of people don't have. You've got, and it's not forced. You're very charismatic, but you're very open and genuine. So when I watch you and you're talking about something, it's not rehearsed. It just flows. It's just you being you. And I think that's what all your fans are drawn to. And when I do interview people, I do like go through their comments on their posts, and you've got a very, very loyal fan base, very, very loyal. And I've seen the same names on the same post. No, but it's a beautiful thing because you can go on Phil Heath's, Kai Green's, and it's random people all the time. But yours is, I don't know how to describe it. It's just nice to see. It's very nice to see, and it's all positive. Obviously, you occasionally get the odd troll and stuff, and I love how your wife plays such a good part on your social media. No, I love that. No, I do.
She's everything, man.
Honestly, because that's what makes it. It's raw and natural, and it's not just it's just me. This is my Instagram. Everybody knows you're married. Everyone knows you've got a beautiful wife and everything that you're getting up to and stuff. But it's like today you posted about going to church late or something. And I can hear her in the background. Yeah, I can hear her in the background. And I'm laughing at her more than I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, man.
So, tell me about your wife then. How did you meet?
How I tell you about my wife, man.
Now we're on the topic.
So we met in a fitness program.
Yeah.
So fitness and lifestyle management here in George. It's called George Brown College here in Toronto. And we actually were friends. Everything was innocent. So how we met, I was in class. So how I'm speaking to you is exactly how I speak to my teachers. I'm the class clown, whatever. Who cares? I'm that guy. So and I always sit in the front seat, which makes it even worse. So I sat here. Sylvia, that's her name. She sat just behind me, and I don't like people touching. Especially if I can't see you in my peripheral vision. I'm the flincher, the Jet Li, karate chop kind of guy. That's me. So then what happened was, I guess something on my sleeve or I don't know, but she touched me and she tried to fix it.
Your sleeve was rolled up.
Oh, yeah. My sleeve was rolled up. That's what she said. So it was rolled up. So she wanted to fix it because it was driving her crazy. So I jumped, like literally jumped, middle of class too. Teacher's talking. I jumped, the whole back row jumped because she jumped back. And then it's funny because we say if she didn't do that, that we probably wouldn't be talking today. But yeah, she's amazing. She's Korean, South Korean. She's God-fearing as well. So that actually made it very, very easy for us to really connect and bond because it was more than just us. It's also about God, and then how God is gonna basically be the center base within our relationship. And I think that's also what, like, we do everything together. We did the firefighting program together. We were pursuing to be firefighters just because personal training is very hard in terms of the consistency. But we even did that. We do everything. We're like Bonnie and Clyde. We travel together. We work together. We run our own personal training business called Fit Life Athletics, where we both train variety of clients. People are like, how are you guys always together? It doesn't drive you crazy. It's because we have a purpose for everything. And I find in our relationship, we have a motive. Even before we started, it wasn't to be married. It was to try to build as much success as we possibly can, because to be successful, you have to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. That's where the character, that's where the real building, who you really are as an individual and who you are with another person, that means that's everything, because that would take you further. So then when it came time for her to tell her parents, which she actually didn't tell them to 8 years or 9 years? 9 years into our relationship, she finally told her dad. And the reason why that was just because cultural differences, right? Like you already know, like in the Asian cultures, it's, if you bring that guy in, if they're not of the same ethnicity, who knows what could happen, right? Well, they may give him an ultimatum. I think that's what her biggest fear was.
Yeah.
That they would say, well, you can't be with him, and if you stay with him, then you're off with us, right? That was her biggest fear, but it was a total opposite. It was beautiful. Like at first she was rocky, confused, but now it's like amazing. Her mom loves me like no tomorrow, and I love her back. Like the whole family embraces. It couldn't have been more beautiful, man. I'm just thankful. But no, she's amazing. I wouldn't be the pro that I am if it wasn't for her, because you could probably assume, we all know bodybuilding is a selfish sport. So if you have a woman that understands, supports, and not put up with you because she's not weak, but kind of keep you grounded. When you're falling off, she'd be like, hey, wait a minute. When you're being overly aggressive, hey, wait a minute. Like, don't forget who I am. You know what I mean? And I find that it's perfect, man. It's just perfect, man.
Yo, seriously, wow. Okay. I don't know. You earning like major brownie points here.
No, but it's the truth. It really. Oh man.
Right, I know I'm coughing a lot. I've not got corona. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Don't worry, I have a blocker on the speakers or whatever, so no air can travel through. So we're okay. I can't get sick from you.
I'm on antibiotics. I've got a chest infection.
Oh man.
No, I went for a walk today because my doctor was like, "Yeah, you need to get out and walk." And I've got this like chesty cough. Everyone's just like crossing the road. I'm like, whoa.
I was actually saying that because when we go to the grocery store, in my head, I'm like, yo, have you noticed that no one coughs? Like, no one does it. And can you imagine one person coughs? Everyone's running. Everyone's probably leaving that grocery store, stopping everything and out.
Well, back in the day, you used to like cough to like drown out a fart. I feel like I need to fart to drown out my cough. Honestly, I swear.
Imagine that. Oh man!
A woman had a baby in a buggy, and she went into the road because she'd seen me cough.
No
and
way.
I went back onto the pavement, and I was like,
"No way!"
Like, wow, okay, I'm not gonna kill your baby. I felt like I need to carry my prescription around with me. Like, no, I've got antibiotics.
That's crazy.
Right, back to you. So, how are you and your wife coping with quarantine? And have you got any tips for not just bodybuilders or athletes,
Yeah.
but for anybody like generally, and with regards to faith as well?
Okay, to answer the first part, we're amazing. And the reason why is because she helps to keep me sane. To be, I'm the like I can't sit still. Like I cannot sit still. Total opposite. I'm afraid when I have children because I tell them to sit still, they probably won't. But no, like I know she keeps me very grounded. Because I'm trying not to go on like, you know, caveman type. Like, man, we gotta buy a flash. Actually, I did do that. I bought a bunch of candles and flashlights and batteries. And I'm like, man, do you have something that's like that can charge our phones with the sun? Because she has a charger like that where you put out the sun and it charges the phone. So I'm like, I'm going like the first week of lockdown here, I was going crazy. I'm like, man, we should have got our gun license, loaded up on the ammo. Like I literally, that was me. I wish I was joking right now. like we'll be in the jacuzzi because my uncle, he has a jacuzzi in the back. So we'll be in a jacuzzi. We're supposed to be vibing, having fun, enjoying woosah, calm down, find your pressure points. I was tripping. And she's like, honestly, you're messing up my peace aura right now. Please, can you just relax? So, but no, we go on a lot of walks. We're not supposed to drive around too tough, but we go on to some drives. You know, you just go on a road, you just drive, just see what happens. So we go on little drives. I cut my hair today for the first time because I can't go to my barber. I mean, we play the Wii, we walk a lot. We're actually gonna go buy some board games and so you just have to keep doing stuff together. Like literally, you literally have to just keep doing stuff, keep being active and not be lazy. I find this is a time where it's very, very easy to get comfortably lazy and not keep your mind active. Like prime example, she's Korean. What am I doing now? So right now I'm learning the alphabet and I'm starting from baby basics. So I'm learning Korean, so I want to pick up the language. So we're taking baby steps to do that. She wants to learn Spanish, so she's going to do that. There's some other certs. Like there's still things that we can do. Like it's not like my post, like I said, it's not the end of the world, guys. We're just put on pause. Like if there's business, if there's something you want to start researching on that. Like we literally have free time to literally get us back if you think about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you never picked up the Bible, the Quran, like I'm not like, again, I like to be very open-minded, but if there's other faiths that you're supposed to be studying because that's what your family's done, that's the roots, and you know it's worked for you, do that. Like this is the time where you can just find you.
Yeah, especially if it's going to elevate you and put you in a better position after the fact. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, we're people that are not made to just sit around and just be told what to do. If you know what I mean. Okay, fine, you can't go outside, but we still have technology. You still have a laptop and a computer with internet, with access. Like, I haven't been on my social media since I got married, and that's just laziness, and I just don't care, and I'm not competing, so whatever. But that's not
I'm the same.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm bad for that though. Like, I'm bad for that, and that's also something that I want to change. So I'm going to use this now. So what more better time do you actually have to do things that you haven't done than now? Because when the quarantine is over and you go back to work, everyone's going to freaking forget about everything they were supposed to do about their life and be told when they can go to work, be told when they can go on vacation, if they can. I mean,
this is the thing. I seen a post the other day and someone put, I think it was like reshared, and someone put like, you know, all families are spending time together. All families are, you know, staying and playing together. All families are eating, you know, home cooked meals together. You know, there's so many positives. I mean, obviously it's a very, very negative situation, but it's got a massive silver lining to it. And family and that whole togetherness has been essential. And obviously, you know, the news is always going to show the shit side of life.
Negatives, always.
Yeah. But I think, you know, as humans, we can see around us, like, I don't even like my neighbor. I've been buying them stuff, you know, nappies, well, diapers, if whatever.
Good for you. Good for you.
But that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think you're right. Like, obviously, you know, people will always, you know, thrive on the negative, but I think when there is so much positive coming out of it, especially, you know, we're socially distancing, but we've got, like you say, the technology is bringing us even closer together while we have to be apart.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and I don't want to go too deep into it because it is a very touchy subject. And I want to be careful on my image because, you know, everyone's sensitive nowadays. So you do have to be careful what you say. But I like just go back to my original point. Like there's no excuse for you not to come out of this without something.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I mean, like if you've been a horrible parent and relying on education to raise your kids, okay, now you got your kids, love them now. You know what I mean? Like if you're a person that deals with certain type of insecurities or you have things that you have to deal with now, I mean, what more better time than to heal now when you have no distractions? You're stuck with you.
No excuses. No excuses.
You know what I mean? It's oh gosh, if you never did a diet before, we can still go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
We still have a roof over our head. We still wake up every day. You got a nice rough diesel hat represented. They tap like you know, like it's oh.
If you come up with a hat, I'll represent, bro.
No, I was looking at my yo. That's actually a sick hat. Like, good for. I was like, yo, good for him. That's a really nice hat. But
I realized when we started talking, I was like, shit, I've picked the wrong hat.
No, that's a good hat. That's a good hat. That's a good hat. He's a really good guy, man. He's doing big things. But no, and when it comes to like religion for people, again, it's lean on it now, because if anything, like people need something to hope for. Period.
Yeah.
So lock into it. You know, this isn't the time where you get weak. This is the time where if you have faith, you have hope. You have hope in something higher than yourself. So you naturally feel as if things are good is gonna come. You don't know when, but it's gonna come. We'll spread that message to someone else.
You think that's going to be helpful for people to hear, like who are on their own, maybe who are quarantined, like literally self-isolated? Do you think it's something for them to
have no friends, no family, no nothing? Yeah. I mean, like prime example, like your neighbor, you're going to do something for them. Like, man, and even if people know people that are alone, bring them some food, put it on their porch. I don't know. There's still so much we can do, man. From if you believe, if you don't believe, if you train, you don't train, like if you buy fast food, okay, stop buying fast food now, because we just saw scenario working at McDonald's. Do you know what I mean? So it's okay, fine, stop eating crap, now start learning how to cook. Again, we have technology, research recipes. That's what my wife's been doing. Call up your mom. You know what I mean? Man, I can go on and on and on with this. But no, yeah, I find for Sylvia and I, it's more of just constantly staying active. We're trying to be more active on social media, because give people something to laugh at. You know, give some kind of positive messages. Like I'm actually getting more DMs now than I did when I was competing. More people are on their phone.
It's not just that. It's got that aura about you.
Oh, okay. I guess that too. Thank you. God's good, you know.
No, you do. You've got that like magnetic sort of personality, and it plays off. It's not forced. Like, there's a lot of pros that you look on Instagram. They post the same shit. You have to see every day. It's look at me when I won this show. Look at me when I won this show. Look at me when I won this show. Okay,
the TBT
show. Yeah.
All throwbacks.
Yeah.
How is life today?
Every picture on the story, it's like, we've seen this one.
Oh, you're right. And I just, but I find people that do that are still trying to communicate with their following, and because
struggling.
Like, prime example, like when I post my relationship stuff, I can tell these are the people that support my page when I post Sylvia. Yeah. When I post bodybuilding, oh God, is anything with my shirt off flexing on a stage? I mean, the comments, the likes is like this compared to like something that's really authentic. That is like, okay, there's more than me than just bodybuilding, but you get it. So those people that post like that, they're just doing it just to keep those people engaged. That's all.
Yeah.